Welcome everyone, this is ZOZO Stock Watch, and this is your Stock Watch list for Friday, September 22nd. So let's go ahead and we'll get right into some of the news that came out after the bell. KTOS, this one popped in after hours on a KTOS short-range ballistic missile target supports successful test of the Advanced Missile Defense Radar. So this could be a mover. Maybe tomorrow KTOS had popped up to about 1290 and pulled back a little bit. ALDX had news after the bell, and that one kind of sold off, and I think it's oh no, it was open. ALDX announces closing of public offering of common stock and full exercise of options to purchase. So that was ALDX. Cray was awarded a $48 million contract after the bell tonight. PSDO, they came out with earnings after the bell, and that stock went down. They missed by 7 cents but beat on revenue. So PSDO went down in after hours. VSAR was halted, and then the news came out, announced a phase 3 trial in pediatric growth did not meet primary endpoint. And when you see the words primary endpoint, run for the hills, okay? So did not meet primary endpoint, and that stock gap down. I believe it's down about 84% in after hours. TXN is raising their dividend and more cash to shareholders, and that one popped in after hours. You see U.S. considering removing oversight of AIG, so let's just check out that one. That one had a pop in after hours on AIG. And let's see, VSAR was down hard in after hours, and we still do have some North Korea and rhetoric coming out, so that's still on the burner. HPQ, 5,000 job cuts, 10% of workforce of HPQ, and that stock no reaction as of yet in the after hours. So let's see what we have for tomorrow. Reporting earnings after the bell. Before the bell tomorrow for Friday, September 22nd, we have a Finish Line, FINL, and CarMax, KMX. So those will be reporting earnings after the bell. Before the bell on Friday. All right, so those are before the bell on Friday, those two names, Finish Line and KMX, CarMax. We do have some Fed speak coming out tomorrow at 6 a.m. Fed speak, John Williams. 8:30 Canada CPI retail sales coming out. 9:30 Fed speak, Esther George. 9:45 we have PMI. Also we have at 10 o'clock Atlanta Fed business numbers, and 1 o'clock for oil names, Baker Hughes rig count coming out at 1 p.m. Eastern time for Friday, and then more Fed speak at 1:30. Robert Kaplan at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. No Asian information coming out tonight, but I do see we have some European numbers coming out in the wee hours of the morning. So 3:30, 3 o'clock, 2:45. And some of those European numbers will be coming out. As far as your earnings calls for tomorrow, Finish Line will be on the conference call at 8:30, and CarMax will be on a conference call at 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and check our futures for the overnight. Right now, basically flat. NASDAQ down 2, Dow down about 5, S&P futures down about 1. In your commodities, gold took a big hit today, GLD. And you see the slide in GLD, but currently it's up about 77 cents. And WTI crude oil closed at $50.72, and trading up a bit on oil. And this is the USO, the action in the USO today. We're up, and then kind of just drifted along today in oil. All right, so next up we will take a look at the top gainers for the trading day. We had CCC, this one was a buyout, AKTX, KND, NSPR, IPXL, MATX, NTLA, APC, TPKE, ONTX, and TANH. Yeah. Losers, we have ICPT, SIFI, Real Walk Robotics, FTFT, Juno, RIG, XLRN, EROS, GBT, PRAA, and SID. Those were some of your top losers. And in case you don't know it, I do run a service. We do have weekly subscription, monthly subscription, annual, and semi-annual. So come in and lock in your price. You can come check us out with the weekly subscription, or you can jump into the monthly subscription if you like. And you can lock in these prices. We do swing trading, day trading. We use an Omnovia room. I share my scans with you, my trade ideas scans, my screen share. We go over charts. We do day trading, where I call the entry, the exit, the stop, and that's all done in real time and alerted prior to the trigger. So come check me out, ZOZOstockwatch.com, and come join. 20% discount right now. Also, I will be doing a webinar, swing trading, day trading webinar, Monday, September 25th, 6 p.m., Thursday, September 28th, 6 p.m. All right, let's get right back into it. So we did the gainers and losers, and let's go into the options activity. For the call activity, BMRN, HPE, Pepsi for the call side. To the put side, we had Disney, eBay, Harley Davidson, HOG, PCAR, and Teva on the put activity. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll get into the watch list. First one up on the watch list tonight is going to be this AKTX, and we had a nice pop in this AKTX, so we'll look for something intraday. Over 10 million shares traded in the name ALLY. I'm watching this one and looking for it to break out. It's a financial name, finance name. So we have a lot of consolidation and looking for this one to break out and up. ALQA, nice pop in the name today, over 3 million shares traded. This is an under $1 name. It has a high of 43 cents. So over 43, 44 cents. ALQA, we might get a continuation move. Just be aware you have the 200 SMA right here around 46 cents. 46 cents on the 200 SMA on this name. APHB, this is another one that's around $1, but it had a nice close, nice candle here. Over 600,000 shares traded. We have a high in the name at 110. So we'll be watching for that 111, 110 break. ARDM, looking for this one to pop and maybe continue over 2 on ARDM. You see the volume stick that came in on it today. We do have a high on the name at 220, so if we can get back over maybe 205, ARDM, we might get a continuation move. BlackBerry, understandably, it had a pullback. I think this was up 9% yesterday, so a little bit of an inside candle pullback. Still holding above the 5 EMA, holding above the 50 SMA here, and so I'll be looking for some kind of intraday setup on BBRY. CATB, we popped right up to the 200 SMA. The high today was 189, so I'm looking for it to maybe get over 185 for a possible continuation move in CATB. Volume was a little bit lighter today on the pullback, so we'll see if that one wants to set up for us. CDNA coming up here, spiking up right under that 325, closed 297. Maybe if we can get over 310 on the name, we might get some type of trade in this. CUR, now on my room traded this one today. We were in this one today at 147, and we got a pop all the way up to 180 on CUR. It was a very nice trade, and room was very happy on CUR. Then later in the day, in the afternoon, we got a beautiful trade in CYCC, and some guys are still holding this for maybe an overnight push. And we were in this one at 202, 203, and we got to push all the way up to right now 226. But in the after hours on CYCC, This one ran all the way up to $2.35. So great trade there for the folks at ZOZOstockwatch.com. And a nice push up, and was a pretty easy trade over $2, and gave us a nice move on CYCC. GEVO is one that popped today. This one is under a $1 name. You see we popped all the way up to about 96 cents. So we'll see if this one wants to set up intraday. 13 million shares traded. Groupon, breaking out of this wedge here on Groupon, nice pop. Almost 9 million shares traded. The high today was 464. So, we'll see if this one wants to set up intraday on Groupon, GRPN. iTech. This one looks like it's setting up. I mean, it's had actually a nice run off the, $1 mark up to $1.52. We'll see if there's anything left in the tank. Not a favorite, but I did see, 2 million shares come in on the name. We do have a high at 155, so we'll see on that one if it wants to set up. ITUS, just watching this one, you see all these lines. That's from my intraday charts when I'm lining the chart. So we'll see if there's any type of, continuous move in this. See if it wants to get over this 235 spot, or if we're going to maybe do like a little bit of a red to green kind of move there. KTOS, when they had that news, so this will be on watch for tomorrow to see if there's any kind of movement in that one. MBOT, kind of losing interest a little bit. We had a high the other day of 142, so I needed to maybe get over that 142, 140 spot maybe, and see if we can get up through 150. But to be honest, I'm kind of losing interest in this one. The only thing keeping me interested in is this volume today, 2 million shares. So we'll see if that wants to set up for Friday. Next one up is MTCH. And this one is holding above 23, got back above the 5 EMA and holding above the 10 SMA on the daily chart. Looks like it may be trying to break this 24. If it can do that, we might get a nice continuation move. This could also be a possible swing, even though it's had a big run, but it's kind of, basing out, consolidating here. So we'll see. Maybe I'll save this one for later, for next week. NVCR, this one popping and holding, trying to hold and get above, holding 2150, trying to get above 22. The high today on NVCR was 2183. So we'll see if maybe 2175 is enough on the name. 1.2 million shares traded. OCRX, coming up to the 200 SMA. But I'm looking for that $1.25 break in the name. So another one, those low price stocks, but we'll see if we can get a move. PZRX, nice pop here, pulls back here. Not too much damage done to the chart. So we'll see if there's any kind of setup on PZRX. Schlumberger, truth here is that we're in this one at 64.05. And we're pushing, trying to break up over this, 68, 69 spot. I think if it can do that, you might get a continuation move in Schlumberger. So we'll see on that name. SRPT, it's holding up in this channel right here. So we'll see if there's any kind of continuation. Maybe it needs to break that 47.50 spot on SRPT. TEAR, I put this one on. It looked better on the intraday chart today. I'll show you some of the action. It popped up, but now I see that it pulled back. I'm not as interested in TEAR, so put that one on the back burner, I think. TELL, oil and gas play. You see this wedge kind of forming here right now. I think if it can get over that, maybe 1090, 1095, maybe we get that $11 break, or you can wait for it to break 11, maybe 1105 on TELL. All right, guys, so that's my watch list for Friday, tomorrow, September 22nd. Thank you so much for your support on the channel. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you like the videos. And come join me in the webinar next week, Monday the 25th and Thursday the 28th and both times at 6 p.m. All right, thank you very much for listening. I'll put the sign up for the webinar in the description bar. Thank you. Have a very nice evening.